Hi everyone, welcome to the Up the Monitors podcast. We didn't record a proper intro for this podcast because apparently I thought it would be a good idea to copy and paste the intro from the first podcast, and many hours of editing later, I realised that is a dumb fucking idea. So here I am, delirious and trying to improvise some sort of introduction. This is the second part of a two-part special where we talk about games we're looking forward to playing this year. The first was on albums we're looking forward to hearing this year. So if you haven't checked that out already, the link's in the description. And yeah, enjoy the show.
All right, so we just talked about our anticipated albums of 2017. Go listen to that podcast if you have any interest in that. But now it's on to video games. And this is more exciting for me because I've actually been paying a little bit of attention to video games, and music has just not been in my radar. So same format as before. I'm gonna ask everyone what their sort of three games they're looking forward to are, and then we'll discuss them. Probably going to be a little bit of crossover in these.
Mhm.
So I might as well start again. My first one. If I can find my goddamn list, mate. What a mess. Right, I've got so many tabs open. I just can't. You know what? Click on the fucking Word document, mate. That's a good idea. All right, I'm here. I'm good. So games. Oh, I'm gonna get so much shit for this first one. I don't even want to say to you guys. You just guys can call me a nerd and bully me and kick
Wow,
me,
it's
but
Final Fantasy, isn't it?
it's Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood. Yeah, it's like the new patch for the MMO 14. Not new patch, new expansion. Sorry. So it's like essentially a whole new game. It's gonna be tight, and I'm a massive loser.
More weddings.
Mate, I told you, weddings are complicated, and I'm not getting married because of how complicated it is.
Does it
Benefits.
apply to both Final Fantasy and real life?
Can confirm.
Yeah,
Can confirm.
both. Weddings, I think weddings in real life are easier.
Mate, I was at about
honest.
30 weddings.
They can
over
take your
summer,
money
man.
in
That was
both.
so shit.
Yeah, my second game, Ni no Kuni 2. I want that to come out. I want it.
Why are you laughing at that, Rich?
Just laughing at it.
Now with 100% less
I
Ghibli.
bet your favourite games are going to be like, oh, Total War, sword.
What is it?
Whoa.
Come lords.
Fucking hell.
What
can you
happens
just
if
tone that
everyone
down
just
a bit,
lists
please?
their
Can you
games
Can you
and
just
then we'll go
like...
Yeah,
talk to it? And
that's
now
fair.
we've just descended
Alright.
into anarchy.
Yeah, fine. Everyone
Just
listening,
start
yeah, we've got to go to the next one before I bully.
I think we get on too much when it comes to music because video games we're just taking the piss at each other now.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
gonna
that's
be-
nice, isn't
it's
What's
it?
your
Yeah.
last game, Nathan?
Different
My
dynamic.
last game is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you cut out there?
No. It's just Discord. Don't worry about it. So
Horizon
Joe,
Zero Dawn.
I'm gonna go to Joe because I feel like it. What are your three games?
Pressure. My 3 games, one of them is the least surprising thing ever, and I might get a little bit of bully for it, is Yakuza Kiwami, which is a remake of the first game, which is finally being localized and being released here. About maybe
I feel like you could have said that a little bit better. You sounded well English saying that. Kiwami.
Kiwami.
You know what I mean?
Does not
Okay.
live up to the Nippon Don name.
I'm sorry. The actual translation is Yakuza of the Extreme, I think.
That sounds
Sick.
cool.
I love
to be honest.
extreme stuff. What's your second one?
Persona 5.
Isn't that a weeb game?
That is definitely a weeb game. It is very anime, and sometimes too anime in some of the previous games, but you know what? That's fine. Sometimes you want too much anime.
You heard it here first. No, you probably didn't. It's probably been said.
Yeah, it's
before.
probably been said many times, but on Twitter
Connor.
by questionable people. My third game
Yeah.
is Prey. Don't know
Prey.
if you guys
Oh,
know
what's
about that.
that?
Good choice. Yeah, I've
It's-
seen
It's
that.
kind of like well, there was a game
Survival.
like I can't remember what year it was, but it was about aliens, and you played some dude, and you went in an alien vagina. I don't know. It's very complicated
Yeah,
to
he's
describe.
like they were trying to escape
Wow.
like an alien prison, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
Something like that.
they were
yeah.
making a sequel to it that looked a lot like Blade Runner, and then it got
Ooh.
cancelled and disappeared for ages. People were really excited about that. Then they announced again that they're making it properly this time. They're getting rid of the 2 on it. It's just called Prey, and you are stuck in a space station, and it looks cool.
Oh yeah, I remember. You know what? I remember being really hyped for Prey 2. That's a shame because it looked
This,
fucking
I
great.
think, this looks cooler. Honestly,
The thing is, I just have a soft spot for like futuristic cyberpunk things, as we'll get
Not
onto later.
cyberpunk, is it?
Prey 2 was going to be
Prey 2 was
a
going to be.
cyberpunk
It was
game,
going to be like
Uh,
as cyberpunk as Blade Runner. You know,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
as cyberpunk as it gets, really.
It looked fucking dope.
I don't want it to be that. Rich, what are
it's
your
very
3
different.
games?
My 3 ones. So, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh,
That's going to be fucking sick. It's actually fucking.
Cowboys.
It came out 7 years ago. Which is the first one came out 7 years ago, which is mad.
That's
It
crazy.
really doesn't feel like that. Yeah. I mean, I just loved it.
What is that? Red Dead Revolver?
No, Red Dead Redemption 1.
Oh,
Red Dead Revolver must have come
I was
out
gonna
like
say.
Because
fucking
yeah,
years
they're
ago.
kind of just putting that as like its own series now,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
which is
But no,
a wise
Red-
move.
Red Dead Redemption was fucking great. I remember it being
It
very,
was.
very varied gameplay wise. All the missions and stuff. There was just, it was, I mean,
Mate,
I
I
think
got addicted to like cheating at card games. That was so fun.
I just can't do card games and video games. Unfortunately, I just cannot. I just cannot into them.
I can triple triad shout outs, my boy,
Get heavy into
Square
Gwen.
Enix. My boys.
Ooh,
Gwen.
yeah.
And what's your
Uh,
third one?
My second one.
Yeah.
Jump the boat a bit.
Nah, I want to hear your third one first, and then
alright,
your second
Well,
one.
I was going to say Total War cum sword, but I don't know when that's. I don't think that's going to be out in 2017. So, my second
What's your
one-
alternative?
and I am going to get shit for this. Ghost Recon Wildlands. Its build is apparently the
Come again?
biggest Ghost Recon Wildlands. So it's basically an open world Ghost Recon game from Ubisoft.
Okay.
It's set
Okay.
in a Central American country, and apparently it's going to be the biggest ever open world in a video game ever. And
Claims.
there's
from
another game I'm
Ubisoft.
going to talk about in this podcast that has also made that claim. So at this stage, it's kind of an empty. It's kind of an empty thing.
It's proven
I'm
into
excited
the
for
mic.
it because I loved Metal Gear Solid 5. I loved a sort of military themed shooter game in a big open world. I thought that was really cool, and I also loved Far Cry 3, which was made by Ubisoft, who are the same people that are making Ghost Recon Wildlands. And I'm kind of hoping for a merge of the two, because a merge of those two games, a slightly more challenging, a slightly grittier Far Cry 3 in a sort of Metal Gear Solid 5 format, which I kind of, from looking at the previews for the game, it kind of looks like it's kind of going to go that way. And yeah, I'm hyped for that. The beta starts on
Sick.
the 3rd of February till the 6th, which is my birthday.
Oh, it's fairly
So-
soon.
Yeah. Well, that's the open beta or the closed beta. I don't know which, but it's open to pretty much everyone. So I don't know what the.
I would assume that'd be the,
The
open
premise of
beta.
that.
Open beta, yeah.
Well, no, but it's called a closed. But I think you have to sign up for it. I don't know. It's a very
Okay.
complex. It's a silly thing. So I'm really gassed for that game.
and
Yeah.
my third game is Get Even, which I saw a preview for in Edge magazine around Christmas, and it's
Edgelord magazine.
Edgelord magazine.
Yeah, I knew there was going to be a meme about that. I knew.
Is that where you found out about Total War cum swords?
Jesus Christ.
There's not been too many details on that released yet, apart from a lot of cum
Oh, come on.
instead of blood.
Come
But
on.
basically, yeah. So Get Even it's billed as a first-person shooter game, but one that is influenced very much by films like Kill List. So it's billed sort of as a thriller.
Kill List, do you want to explain that for people who don't
Kill List
understand?
is a very tense. If I'm thinking of the right Kill List, I'm thinking of Kill List by Ben Wheatley. Don't know if that's the right one.
it is.
Kill List is a film by Ben Wheatley, and it's about these.
Here comes the press release again, Rich. Jesus.
What?
Just tell
I'm
me
not
what kind of
fucking-
film it is.
It's like a suspense thriller about hitmen, and it kind of
There you
gets
go.
really fucking weird. Actually, it kind of goes into a sort of weird occult direction, which has actually worked completely.
Isn't that kind of like what was that game on the GameCube, like Killer 7 or something?
Yeah, I guess it could be a little like Killer 7 or something.
Well, that was just like spooky shit,
Yeah,
guns
but yeah,
and hitmen.
well,
and I don't know.
the first half of it is about hitmanning, and the second part kind of
It's a
just
new
goes
verb.
really weird into fucking like some weird Illuminati shit, where they end up at like some sort of weird rich people ceremony where they're all sacrificing people and whatnot. So it looks to be interesting, yeah.
That scares me, you know.
But anyway, Get
Like
Even.
rich people.
Yeah, fucking rich people, man. Surrounded by them. Get Even is essentially the only things it seems to be influenced by are films like Kill List, and it's billed as being a bit more of a cinematic experience. The producer's previous production credits are like he's done a couple of Metal Gear Solid games, and it
That's
looks
good.
to just be
Stop
like a
tapping
really.
your can.
It sounds to be like a very immersive game. It looks, from what I read in the preview, it looked like it would. Yeah, I haven't really researched this game very much. But yeah, it
The
looks
shooting
to be,
is going to have an impact.
Essentially, it looks to be like
Pro
a
strats.
kind of thriller, almost, rather than it's sort of influenced
As a
by.
game.
It's billed as a thriller, and it looks to be a very tense, quite a spooky game. I don't know. But yeah, from what I've seen of it, I'm really excited.
A long time
for it.
ago, Rich.
Yeah,
Wrap it up. Come on.
It looks to be. Oh fuck knows, I don't know. I'll just skip.
Describe the
Connor.
game later.
Oh, yeah,
Connor,
I'll
let's
describe
go.
the game a bit later.
Okay,
Go on, Connor.
well, I'm
What are your 3?
behind on games, so I don't really know what is anything. I hadn't heard of any of these games, so I just picked some fucking cartoons.
I bet one of them's going to be Dog's Life.
Dog's Life
No, I
5.
picked South Park: The Fractured But Whole.
Wasn't that supposed to come out already?
No,
yeah,
that's
but it was supposed to come out like December 6th, but it's been delayed.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
well.
delayed games are good these days.
Last one was really delayed, so it's to be expected. Zelda Breath of the Wild and the Crash Bandicoot remaster.
Alright, get the fuck out of here.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ.
Fuck Trash Bandicoot. No, that's
I'm with Nathan
not
on
okay.
that one.
Alright, go
Yeah.
back to your Final Fantasy expansion, mate.
I would, but it's not out yet.
Yeah, if Nathan's allowed to pick
Showed
an expansion,
you.
I'm allowed to pick a remaster.
Okay.
That's more
Fine.
extensive than a remaster. I think they're being coy calling it a remaster.
Are they? I thought it was just going to be a remaster.
Have you
From the
seen
trailers,
it?
looked...
How you can't remaster
Because
that.
if it was just a
From the
remaster,
trailers-
it
from-
would just be
from the
rendering
trailers,
it
it
at a
did just
higher
look-
resolution.
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely a
been-
remake.
it's
From
been
what I saw
completely
in the
rebuilt.
trailers, it looked like. From what I've seen of Crash Bandicoot, it looked like a remaster. I haven't played a whole lot of Crash Bandicoot, so I may be
It's
wrong.
It's definitely.
It's like what Square are doing with Final Fantasy VII. It's like
Oh, okay.
they're remaking it.
Yeah, that's a bit
Except
more
not to
extensive,
that,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
well,
nowhere
no,
near
but
that.
like it's more that than a fucking remaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
yeah.
the actual trailer, they show you like screenshots of like the old one, like not like clips of the old one compared to the new one. It has been completely rebuilt.
yeah, because if it was just a remaster, basically what they do remasters is just upscaling the
Yeah,
resolution
yeah.
and fixing the frame rate if there was issues initially or something like that.
Just graphical stuff.
So it's a lot more extensive.
I can't count. Was that 3?
Yes, that
Was
was
that 3?
Yeah, that was
three.
Okay, Josh.
Right.
What are yours?
Oh,
What you
well,
got? What you
First
got
of
for
all,
me?
I want to give it didn't make my list, but I want to give a shout out to Arms. You're gonna catch these arms. I just wanted to make that joke.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks.
You've made it.
The 3 games I picked, I'll just quickly run down them. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, and the last game I picked was called Blue Reflection.
What's that?
Okay, so 2 similar to other people. What is Blue Reflection? Let's go for that. I want to know.
You want to know what Blue Reflection is?
I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to know as well.
It is a magical girl RPG.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sign me up.
Sick.
Sign me up.
It's developed by Gust, who make this. It looks like some kind of just bog standard JRPG series called Atelier. I looked at like 4 different YouTube
Atelier.
reviews. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, it's like a French thing, isn't it? I've seen one of the games.
The only
that-
thing
Right,
I
yeah.
know about Atelier is it's a show on Netflix about pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw
panties,
it,
isn't
when I
Yeah.
saw it, I thought it was a game of the show.
Oh, sick! I can make
Okay,
pants in a game.
it's definitely not. But I went on like 4 YouTube reviews of the game, and every one of them pronounced the name differently, so I had no idea how to pronounce it.
Oh.
So I just left it like that.
I swear
But-
it's a French word. I'd say atelier.
Cool, Atelier. Then yeah, they make
That was
that.
a sick
They make
show.
that series.
Fuck that
And it's
show.
basically a game where you play as this girl who was in high school or something, assumedly. And she, for some reason, becomes this thing called a reflector, which is like a magical girl. And she meets these 2 people at her school, and they go around the school basically helping each other's problems. Like, there's all these girls that are like, I need to do this problem. It's like, oh, we'll help solve it. And that somehow transports them into
That's
some sort of
sick.
magical world where they have to fight things to solve these people's problems.
It sounds fucking
I'm
dope.
into that.
So yeah,
that just sounds
it
like...
reminded me of Persona kind of in a way where you have to like interact in like a hub world, and then you get sent off to like mini dungeons, crawling. It's cross-platform, PS4, and Vita as well, which can
course, it's
be
for the Vita.
problematic. Like the physics don't look great on the. I'm gonna be honest. Like walking around, they seem kind of a bit jank. But the thing that really like sold me on this game was the battle interface. Like, it's got like this really cool like
What's that
it's got like
like?
this really cool like transparent like battle interface when you go into the battle, and it like zooms in on their face as you're doing it. But it's got this like clear thing. Like it looks really cool. Basically, I saw someone call it like vaporwave aesthetic, which I'm not sure.
Oh my god.
Which I'm not sure is quite the way to describe it, but
I think
but-
this has suddenly become the game
Dangerous,
we're all excited
dangerous.
for.
yeah.
Vaporwave magical girls. I didn't
But
even
it-
know I wanted that. And now I do.
I don't want that. Wow, fuck off.
Joe, shut up. Yeah, you do.
Like, but yeah, it looks really. I did have some issues just from the trailers, so it might be different in the actual game. But like in the battles, they don't say anything, which is really weird and creepy. Like, I don't need them to go like yeah, like whenever they do stuff,
Oh,
or like
that
things
gets
like that.
annoying.
Yeah, that gets
fucking
annoying.
Link
But, like-
rolling in a game.
Where like their like design is quite like doll-like, so like it zooms in on them and they're not saying anything. It looks like it's really creepy.
Yeah, unsettling.
What
And
is
then
it
the other
like?
thing-
Do you get like text at the bottom of something that they might be saying at that point, or is it just
No,
a zoom?
because it's in the battle engine, so they're not
Okay.
like yeah.
That is
No.
bizarre.
Yeah, it is really quite weird. And then the other problem thing I had with it was I was just watching the trailer and I was like really sold on it. I was like, oh, it's really good. And then like there's 4 seconds towards the end of it where it just like goes into their dressing room, and then you see them like with their bras and stuff on. And it's like,
Oh.
don't need that, Japan. We could.
Stop putting that into your
yeah.
games.
I mean, it hasn't been announced for localization yet, but presuming the other games have been like custom made,
Yeah.
I assume it will be. So hopefully that good localization team can censor that things or just take those parts out of the game. That'd be great. But yeah, it looked.
Otherwise, sounding good.
it looked
What's
really
it called?
cool.
Blue Reflection.
Blue Reflection, yeah.
See that's enticing for me. That title.
That
Yeah,
sounds
just
like
on
a
the
show
title
on
alone,
HBO.
I'd be interested.
That sounds vaporwave as fuck. You know what I mean?
HKA. Fuck, I said that wrong. 2814.
All right. I want to talk about Ni no Kuni after that because that's I feel
Related
It's
in
okay.
some
I'd-
way. I
I'd
guess.
like to
in
find
some
out about-
sort of way.
I'd like to find out about Nino. I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, so would I. I mean, I saw that little trailer thing that they put out, but like, other than that, the thing is, I didn't need to like go into so much depth with Ni no Kuni 2. I was like, cool, it's gonna come out at some point. I'm already, I'm already sold on the pre-order.
What is Nino Kuni though? Like what kind
It's
of game
like-
is it? Like a dating simulator?
Ah,
It's a jerp.
yeah,
Yeah.
100% a date simulator. Yeah, that's
Sick,
exactly what it
sick.
is.
It is a JRPG.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
JRPG. It's got like kind of elements of Pokemon, kind of elements of like just other JRPGs, like. But it's the art style is what is amazing.
Well, the
'Cause
big
it
draw
was-
for the original was that it was Studio
It was
Ghibli,
Ghibli, yeah.
providing
Yeah.
like cutscenes
Oh, wow.
and stuff. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
they're not
They're
involved
doing
with
it
the
this
sequel,
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
but I mean they've already provided the art style for it, so
Yeah.
Nice.
But I mean, like this, the other, like what I didn't when I was looking at like the videos and stuff for Ni no Kuni 2, I was looking at the main characters and thinking like this isn't as like like sweet and innocent as the first one, and I
Right.
really enjoyed that about the first one. Like the characters, he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna save my mum. I'm gonna I help everyone out. These, you know what I mean? And he's just a little kid. That was like kind of like that's adorable.
Mm.
But this new one, it's like, oh well, you're just old and not old, but they're older, and I don't
Is
care
it a
as
female
much.
lead in this one?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which is cool and all, but like you're not a little kid, so I don't think you're adorable. Do you know what I mean? Like it was
Sure.
so touching. Like that first like cutscene. Like no, the first like obviously the first bit of the story in Nino Kuni, like spoilers, his mum dies. Yeah, and he has to like he goes to like some other world to save her, like because she was some mad wizard or something. I don't know, but it was just so like it got me in my heart. Like I'd played like what 10 minutes of it and I was already crying. You know what I mean? Like we were saying earlier, it's like those things that kind of like touch you and like make you feel stuff and make you cry and shit. It has more of an impact. So Nino Kuni did that for me. That's why I'm looking for the second one.
I think games that provide like a sense of innocence are very good at that.
Hmm.
So
Like,
yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the sequel though. Not because of the story, but so much as they've changed the combat a lot. Like, have you seen the most recent
yeah,
trailers?
I didn't see the like stuff about the combat. I just saw, like,
well,
a
it's real
trailer and
time
it was-
combat now.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. It's like yeah. So less.
But
like,
it looks
menu
really interesting that they've done
driven.
that switch, so it looks a bit more engaging for, I think, people that aren't as heavily into JRPGs, because a lot of people, probably put off by turn-based combat in 2017. There's still a place for
Yeah.
it, but, not everyone
It's
has the
I would
time.
say
So it's
the other
like
way
the
around.
Switch,
Best
to be
kind
honest.
of combat.
mate. Shut up.
No, I
Get
think-
get in the 2001
What was it?
bin.
What was it? What was that game about the Vikings? What was it fucking called?
Banner
The
Saga.
Banner Saga. That had great turn-based combat, and I've never
Yeah,
really
yeah.
been someone that's ever even played a game with turn-based
XCOM.
combat in it. XCOM as well. Yeah, XCOM is the
Mate, turn based was sick.
frustrating at
Oh,
times. The amount of
yeah.
times I've nearly
Well, I think the turn-based that people are sick
Cried.
of is, like, kind of traditional Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy
Yeah,
7.
yeah,
yeah,
definitely,
that
that's
type
what
of
we're talking
stuff.
about.
Which is, like, fair enough. That
Well, yeah, it
stuff
is a very.
is...
I think having a system that those kind of systems are kind of dated.
There's
Yeah, no,
always
that's
a
why-
place for them. I just think that some people, when you're making a big budget game, it's
Yeah.
not the right
yeah,
place.
Leave it out. Go forward.
Leave it out, man. Fucking.
I guess we'll go to Connor.
Yeah. I mean,
Talk
we
about
talk
one of your
about
games,
Cool.
mate.
Yeah, talk about
Turn-based,
trash
the
cat
South-
bandy fuck.
You can talk about the South Park one because that is turn-based, or rather was.
Yeah. But that
Um,
doesn't really exist as like solely a game, though, does it? So it's
No.
like
I mean,
It's-
I just really
I
like
think the
South
game.
Park,
I think the
so...
game aspect
yeah.
of
So,
it is.
Yeah, Connor. Do you get the name yet?
What?
Is
Yeah,
it buttholes?
but hole, haha.
oh shit!
Oh my
No
god!
way!
Nathan,
How
are
have
you
I missed
serious?
this? Oh my
Are
god!
you
Right.
serious?
I am 100% serious, and also, you remember that Blink 182 album? I didn't get that for ages. Take off your pants and jacket.
Yeah.
I didn't get that for ages.
Oh, I
ju-
just got it.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Jesus
see?
Christ.
I
That was
didn't
about
even know that-
masturbation?
Yeah,
I didn't even
I
know
thought that
that
was just
album
about
existed.
taking your jacket off. Liberation.
Yeah, mate, it's jacking off the album, and this is Buttholes the game.
This is
I-
what South Park
honestly,
has
I'd miss it.
done to us. already.
Hey.
I
But
mean,
nah.
yeah, the first game was just like it was
Butthole.
a South Park as a game. It was fun, but it was
But it-
I
yeah,
was
it
there
was
for
fun.
the kind of like the silly aspects of it, the
Mm.
kind of paradoxical nature of it, I guess.
Paradoxical.
And this time they're doing like instead of fantasy, they're doing superheroes. And I think
It's-
there's like
yeah.
a lot. There's a
I
lot.
think
There's a
it'll be
lot to
fucking
mine from.
entertaining as shit.
There's a lot to mine from that now, isn't there? All
Yeah,
these
yeah.
stupid,
Like
dumb
everyone's
superhero movies.
fucking. Oh, like did I tell you? Like a while back, I went on a night out right to Nuneaton. Terrible place, full of terrible people. I was outside, just looking around at everyone and just thinking, wow, I hate all of these people. One girl comes up to me, she was like trying to talk to me and stuff. I didn't want to talk, so I was just like staring at a fence. And she was like, "What are you looking at?" And I was like, "Oh, just trying to measure the gap in between the fence, but like just a visual sort of gap. You know, is it 10 centimeters? I don't know." She was like, "You're boring. Do you like Marvel?" And I was like, "You're fucking boring. Get the fuck out." Everyone banging on about Marvel like
I'm
it's some
gonna
sort
go
of
home
like.
and listen. Watch the Avengers.
See, yeah, it's trash. So I'm glad that South Park are making a fucking game because that shit could be fun if everyone shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? So South Park, I think they're gonna make it fun, but they're also gonna take the piss out of it, which is what I need it to do. Because fuck those kind of people. You know what I mean?
You're
Best
boring.
superhero
I
is
watched the most boring movies
bloody,
ever made.
bloody normies, eh? Fucking normies.
literally. I want Ant-Man the game, and if that's not happening, suck a
Nathan,
dick.
you know you literally just went.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Well, when
Fucking
Square Enix put the Avengers into Final Fantasy XIV,
Oh my
I'm
god,
sure you'll
yeah,
be
fuck.
really
I
happy.
forgot about that. Oh shit. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Okay,
Jesus.
I take everything I said back. Superheroes are cool.
Why do they have to do the cinematic universe in games now?
You
This is
money.
literally the thing I don't
Money.
care about.
I think that's
want to
literally
go
the
ahead
reason.
and say that cinematic universe in games is more exciting than it is in films.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I like
because
playing games.
Marvel properties lend themselves better to video games than I think they do movies. I'm excited as hell about that new Spider-Man game. It's being made by Insomniac. That's going to be cool.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there was that was coming.
Yeah, and then there's
Wait.
Avengers by Square Enix. You know, they're doing some good things. They're actually, you know, trying to make sure that their games are as high quality as, you know, people might come to
Superman
expect from the
64.
names. Yes. Good comparison, mate. Where'd that come from?
Heroes, I don't know.
Sick. That's
Who
my...
wants to go next? This is a fucking free for all.
I'll go. Me.
Yeah,
me.
go on then. Go on. I picked Joe.
I haven't picked a game yet. I haven't talked about a game yet, I
Mate,
think.
you and Rich talked about your games when I said run down the three. Just quickly.
I only said very quickly that one of them was a remake because otherwise you'd be confused. You'd be like, what the fuck does that mean?
Which one are you on about?
Kiwami.
He's forgotten already. No.
Kiwami.
Oh, Kiwami.
Yeah, should I talk about that one first or should I talk about
Yeah.
Persona 5? But
Spaff
I
about
suppose that's-
Yakuza first.
yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
Yakuza can go
Yakuza.
first.
I think, but Persona is a bit of the thing that me and Josh can have a back and forth about.
Nice.
Should have gone for that one first, shouldn't I? What an
Nah, fuck it.
idiot. Carry on.
In too deep now.
Talk to me about
Yakuza.
Yakuza, Joe.
All right, so are you guys aware of what the Yakuza series is?
Not
Yes,
really.
Joe, you have hammered it into our skulls for the past month.
I only seem to see like clips and pictures, but I've never seen the actual gameplay.
You
But
know,
I watched,
Sega.
I'm here for Nugget.
I watched a
Nugget's
gameplay
cool.
video of Yakuza 0 when you were talking about it the other day, Joe, so yeah. It
All
looks
right,
cool.
so Yakuza is a series of games that are set in Japan, and it's about
The press release again. What is it with the press releases?
you. All right,
I think you're just
Yakuza
reading too much into
Consoles,
what people
right,
are saying.
I'm going to tell you. No, they're a series of games where you play as a guy who is vaguely affiliated with the Yakuza. To say that he is Yakuza is kind of disingenuous. He is attached to the Yakuza, and as the game series has evolved,
Just mates with the Yakuza.
yeah, well, he was in the Tojo clan. He was in one of the.
This seems like a very like nitpicky part of the game.
Yeah, well, fuck it. You're a
Get
badass.
to the brass tacks.
Let's yeah. Let's make this red, white, and blue. Come on.
Get out of here, man. Tell me what the
Yakuza.
gameplay is like. What do you do?
Yakuza is cool because it is a game where you punch people in the face.
Oh, is that
Sick.
what it is? Beat 'em up.
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of a beaten up, but it's also a JRPG at the same time.
Is it like that that stage bonus thing on Tekken? Was it Tekken 3 where you have to run along, eat chicken and stuff? Or was
No.
that Street Fighter? That was Tekken.
It's not like that at all. So
Okay.
think about like you've got a JRPG where you've got like a small open world that's kind of your hub, and
Yeah.
you're going around there. There's side activities to do, and there's the main story content, and you're doing the story content, and the main crux of the game, besides the going through the story and doing little fetch quests for people, is the combat, which is a beat 'em up. So it's like a JRPG, but the the
Oh, you
combat.
get into the battles and then you
Yeah, the
do a
combat.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, the combat is instanced.
Sick.
So it's a beat 'em up when you're fighting people, and it's very fun. The combat is very snappy. You can get in and out of fights really quick, unless it's like a story mission, in which case you'll have like a boss fight that lasts forever. But it's always very enjoyable, and the reason I really like the series so much is not just because of the combat, which is very fun. It's also because the games kind of have this virtual tourism aspect where it provides like a slice of Japan or whatever, and it's very interesting because not many other games, depict Japan as realistically and stuff like that. It's usually filtered through either anime or
But is it more
feudal
like
times.
is it like in GTA 5 where it's sort of like a hyper realistic portrayal
No,
of
because
America,
GTA
or is
5
it
is almost
more
like
of
a parody of America,
well,
isn't it?
is it almost like a Grand Theft Auto game where it's sort of a parody, or is it
It's
much
not a
more
parody, it's a
much truer
realistic depiction of
to
it,
life?
but
Okay.
it focuses on the crime underbelly.
Doesn't it have like mad mini games or side quests?
It
or
has
something?
crazy mini games, but the reason why I'm excited for Kiwami is because it's a remake of the original game, and I never got to play the original game because it came out on PS2 in 2005, at which point everyone was ready for the PS3. So
It was too late.
yeah, it was really late into the cycle, and I got into the series with Yakuza 3, so I'm really excited to finally play the original game, which everyone says has the best story, or Yakuza 2 has the best story, one of those two. So I'm excited to visit that, but with better combat, because the original game had fixed camera angles, like Resident Evil style, unless you're in combat. So it was really fucking weird. But now they've updated that, so that there's no loading times between going in and out fights. There was 20-second loading times when you'd get into a fight. Now it's instant. So,
Thank you, modern games.
I'm just excited to play the original game, but good. That's mean. I'm excited to play the original game updated.
What about Persona? Obviously, you and Josh are both on that. Apparently, again, I have no idea
Josh,
what it is.
why are
Yes.
you excited for Persona 5?
Well, it looks really cool.
Oh, sick.
Bonus.
Yeah, there we go. No. I've
Just looks
never
cool,
played
mate.
any Persona games or Shin Megami Tensei games, but I did play my first Atlas game last year, which was Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which is basically Shin Megami Tensei Persona mixed with a bit of Fire Emblem and also Idols. It is a very good game. I will not appreciate any slander towards it. But
Hey, no one's saying anything right now.
I'm just saying, just in case anyone's listening and wants to shit on the game they probably didn't even play because it was on Wii U. But yeah, but no, it looks like the art style was incredible. The user interfaces are amazing. Where they
I understand what you mean, because I rarely hear people say, this UI is amazing.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It is so ridiculously slick. It is insane.
In the trailer, they've got with I think it's the doctor character crosses her legs as you move out in and out of the menus. It looks amazing. Yeah, it just
oh my
looks
god, I'm looking at it now. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that does look amazing.
It's
it
like
feels
they probably hired an entire team for the UI alone.
It does seem like that, to be quite honest.
There's two men on horseback in a mansion. What are they? Why are horses in the mansion?
Yeah, where is the game set? What kind of setting is it?
Japan, right? Is it Shibuya?
Yeah, I think it's set in It's set in it's set in Shibuya, which is the most city the series has ever got.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions is set there as well. So
I can't remember where Persona 3 was set, but I remember Persona 4 is rural Japan, so it's going back in the city, because Persona 4 was the one where they introduced 3D walking around the city and stuff.
Yeah.
So
what are the stories kind of like in the Persona series? Real quick, what are they kind of about?
It's Uh,
All right, not
It's-
that simple. I
it's very
guess.
difficult. It's about like teenagers fighting demons, for lack of a better description.
There you go. That was very succinct, and
Yeah,
thank you for that.
And the reason how they do it is they summon personas, which is like versions of themselves in like another world almost. It's like I'm
Ooh.
probably doing it a disservice to say that, but the
I think it sounds sick.
Yeah,
You've
this
sold
sounds
me.
great.
they're like throughout the different games you summon the personas of yourselves different way, and how to get into these worlds. You would say, I think in one of the games you would shoot yourself in the head. In another one of the games, I think you tune into a TV channel. It's all very like they all have like a hook to them.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
famous one is like Stealing Hearts or something, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I
The
think something like that.
Phantom themes or something like that. Yeah.
Are
That's
they
mad.
like? Are they like? Is this something you could just jump into Persona 5 or?
Yes,
Do you need-
they're
Yeah.
they're not connected really. They're all kind of like a standalone game each time.
Like Final
Is
Fantasy.
it like they have
basically.
their
Yeah.
own sort of universes?
Well, I think they're all they might be connected in some way, but you know the main story of the games is always central to that game and that game only.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
But
not going to
I guess
alienate
kind of similar
people.
to Final Fantasy in that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I mean, I kind of want to get into it, but I don't know. It seems a bit kind of alien to me. So does Yakuza. To be fair, like I've not played any of the games. They look kind of cool, but I'm worried that because it's not like something I've been like well excited about for ages or something like that, I'm not going to enjoy it, kind of thing.
well, they're not that
Yeah.
dissimilar. Both of the games, they both have like these really bizarre like social aspects and all these weird side content stuff. Like Persona maybe doesn't have as crazy as side content, but it has all this like social stuff where you go to like after school clubs, hang out on rooftops, you know, classic like anime ass
Wow.
We
shit.
can confess on rooftops.
Yeah, stuff like that. You can like fall for people and stuff like that. It's got like side content like
It's
that.
like a rumor system, right? Which is how you get info on like the quest and stuff.
Yeah, it's very
That sounds dope.
Yakuza
Like-
and Persona. They both sound good because they seem like they got really good entry points right now.
yeah.
Like,
They both have
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
entry points because
Yakuza 0 is. just
Yakuza
come out,
0
yeah.
is, you know, it's disregarding pretty much all of the story of the previous games because it's a prequel, so you can just start there, and then they've got the remake of the original game, so you can play that immediately after. You know, they both got
That's
these.
good timing.
Yeah, they've both got these really good entry points for these games, so you know,
lot of
it's like the best time to get into them.
I'm considering picking it up.
I
I'm
think
gonna have
you'll.
a-
I think you'll
definitely look
enjoy both
into
of
it.
those games. Honestly,
Yeah.
especially Persona, considering you're a fan of the Final Fantasy series.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan. Yes,
Oh,
I do.
you're
I do
fucking
like the
nerd.
Final Fantasy games. I'm so yeah. All right, let's leave that one. Connor, what's another one of yours?
Let's go with Trash Bandicoot.
All right, and Rich, what about you? Yeah, Rich has already explained his games to death, so you don't get a turn now. You fucked up. Trash Bandicoot, let's go.
Oh, yeah, she took. Well, I just want to play them. I haven't played them for years. They're fun.
Why don't you just play them again with a PS2 and be like, yeah,
Such
that's
a
what I
fucking
did when I was a
90s
kid.
Because
mate.
they're hard to find. I don't want to be like, oh no, nostalgia, but it's,
That's what you are essentially doing by supporting that game.
I just, it's just sometimes fun to play like a charming little animated game like that. And I've been playing Ratchet and Clank lately, and that's kind of fun in that sort of way as well.
Yeah,
You know
that
what? I've
game's
seen
sick.
quite a few people playing Ratchet and Clank, and that's not my kind of game at all.
Really?
But,
I thought it would be.
yeah, I mean, there must be some kind of appeal. You were
It
playing
came
as
with
well,
the
Rich, weren't you?
PS4.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah,
sold it
yeah.
straight away.
I played the shit out of it. I played the shit out of the first two games when I was about 10. It was really cool coming back to it. I got the remake. Sorry, I
Yeah.
got the remake, and it's really fun. I think having played the shit out of the first two games, it was just really easy. I think at times there were levels that I think some of the levels were completely redone, and some of the levels were kind of just. What's this? And it was, yeah, it was really fun going back to it. It's
I think it's
But
alright.
would you have gone back to it if you didn't play it when you were a kid? Like, would you play it now?
Well, I didn't play it as a
Regardless.
kid, and I played it now.
Probably not.
Yeah, but you
Probably
play
not.
weird games all the time.
No, I don't think I would have gone. I think if I hadn't played it as a kid, I doubt I would have really come back to it.
This is
Possibly,
what I mean, like them kind of games. Like I don't
Possibly
see
as it
myself
is-
playing at all.
possibly as it is
No.
a very acclaimed series, possibly. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. Them kind of platformy kind of thing. Like Banjo Kazooie was a great game.
Well, that's what all those
When-
games are, aren't they? They're just banjo ripoffs. Jack and
Yeah.
Daxter, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
But like that was my shit when I was a kid. But like I wouldn't want to play it now because it's always just old, isn't it? Like
I'm an adult. I'm grown up.
No, the thing is,
I
the
play
thing is,
Shut up, Connor.
the thing
I
is, yeah,
get
with Ratchet
married
and
in
Clank
video
is like
games.
playing it again. It is really fucking. It's not challenging at all.
I like to
really.
play
I
games
didn't
that are
find
on my difficulty level. So
It's not
Well,
about difficulty level.
Some of these
Really, though,
games
is
are
it?
actually really difficult. The first
Yeah,
Crash
that's what I was
Bandicoot
gonna
is
say.
really tough.
Yeah, the first Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot is fucking difficult as shit.
But I don't know. I see where Nathan's coming from. I think the genre of games kind of plateaued. You know, like when the PS2 came along, there was Jack and Daxter, and for me, that's like as good as the genre would ever get. I mean, some people would say, "Oh, Mario Galaxy." Mario Galaxy is a great game. Don't get me wrong,
it is indeed.
but I think that Jack and Daxter is kind of like, you know, where that series reached its full, you know, not series, I guess, genre reached its full potential. Because
Sunshine was sick.
there's only so much you can do with running and jumping. I know that sounds
Yeah.
reductive, but
Yeah, you're right.
That is pretty facetious, but I also agree
Well, I
with
don't
it.
know. I
like
kind of
everyone
felt
gets
like
excited about Mario
it's sometimes
games.
it's sometimes nice to play a game without all the baggage of like stuff like RPGs as well.
Yeah, I agree
Like
with that.
RPGs are
What
like
what baggage?
the Ratchet and Clank
Uh,
remake did actually do quite a lot with platforms. I felt like there were a couple of boss fights where it was fucking just a really expansive area in which you were playing, and there were like loads of different fucking levels, and you had a jetpack. And but
That was
yeah, I see
sick.
what you mean. It's kind of difficult to go anywhere.
Yeah. What did you mean by baggage, Connor? Of
Are you getting
RPGs?
offended because
No, I just want to know what you
Resident-
mean.
but
Like, because
Final Fantasy is an
obviously for me
RPG.
it's not baggage. Like, that's
Uh,
just a good game. I want to know what you mean.
Run time most of the time. It just takes so long to complete. The just upgrading items all the time. Loads
Yeah.
of side quests and stuff. Like sometimes a game doesn't need to be that expansive. Like I like that
You
about
just
the
want to
last
play the game.
Yeah, the Last Guardian as well was kind of just A to B game, but you didn't need to do all these kind of side quests and stuff, and that was a nice game to play because
I guess it's kind of refreshing when every game is not trying not to be about A to B. Everyone wants to include this other thing and this other thing, and oh, look how big our game is.
not everything needs
I
to be
think-
open world and stuff.
I think a lot of people are getting sick of open world games.
I hope so
Because
because it's been done to
so
death.
many people are just making open world games that just feel empty and
Yeah.
heartless
right.
and stuff like that. And Ubisoft, I think, are very guilty of that. Most of
Oh,
their games
Christ.
are open
Yeah,
world
literally.
now. Some of them, I'm sure, like it lends itself well to being kind of
Fuck
like
Watch Dogs.
Fuck Watch Dogs.
Watch
I
Dogs
still haven't
was
played either of them.
Sometimes
really
people-
okay.
Sometimes people just want to play a simple game. Sometimes people want to play, you know, a Final Fantasy 2 or a Crash Bandicoot.
No one wants to play Final Fantasy 2. That leveling system was trash.
The only game you want to play is Final Fantasy 14. Shut up, anyway.
Final
You
Speaking
goddamn
of-
right.
I think the
Yeah,
thing
this-
about
this
open
whole-
world games though is that they quite often disappoint. I've always, ever since I've been very young, I've always been fascinated by open world games because it's advertised as like, oh, it's crazy, this is expansive worlds, like there's so much to do, so
It's
much to see,
simple.
and then when you actually play it, it's just like,
It's impossible to live up to the title of open world,
Nah.
really, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, I
open
think
world
when it was
is
a
so
when it was a new
interesting,
thing.
because it's almost like you're exploring a world that isn't your own in that sense. But
Yeah.
also at the same time, they're never gonna be as detailed or anything as something that's like a linear, directed experience. So
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If it's directed, you can like craft every single leaf on every tree and
yeah,
make it
you
like,
could make
wow,
an,
this looks amazing.
you
like-
can make a unique experience that people will probably remember. But
Yeah.
Open worlds can surprise. They can surprise people. They can do emergent stuff where something crazy happens when the AI interacts with another AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking
So-
love that about
Like
GTA
when
4.
shit
GTA
just
4 was really
explodes
good for
up.
that.
I don't know. Fuck. I don't know what the fuck I just said.
Like the world's actually living.
Yeah, when
Like it's not just all directed by you.
yeah.
What game was I playing recently where that happened? Can't think of it.
Total War Come Swords.
Oh my
I haven't
god.
played a fucking Total War game for about a long time. I cannot play
Yeah,
those
same.
games anymore.
Alright.
What can I say? I just know
You're
the thing
just
is, but you
just
know,
using this.
no, I'm
Nah.
not. No, I'm not
Rich.
boasting. I'm saying that I just know those games inside and out, and it's just boring for me to play them because I know exactly what to do to win every time, and it just
Maybe
after a
we're
while,
getting
it
that
just,
way with open world games as well.
yeah.
That's why we need to go back to Trash Bandicoot, eh, Connor?
Yeah.
Okay,
Linear
what more do you want me
lines.
Yeah, Connor,
Like-
are there any games that you're excited for that are actually new?
God damn it. I don't like obviously I'm behind on games. Like I had a PS4 for a few months back in 2014 and then before that I hadn't had a console since the Xbox 360 in which I had COD 4 and Halo 3, so
That was
Oh my
only the
God.
gen beforehand.
Dope
so,
games,
I mean, you're
man,
not that
dope
far
games.
behind.
yeah, but it was only COD 4 and Halo 3.
Why'd you only...
COD 4 was
I
a
have so
great
many
game.
questions. Was that your friends like pressuring you into doing it?
Pretty much. Not
Yeah.
pressuring me, just being like,
That's what
these
Oh,
they
you
games
did,
should
so
get
you did it
Halo.
as well.
They were just
Yeah.
I didn't care about games that
Hey,
much.
Connor, hop in my warthog, mate.
Warthog. I love how you dropped the H for that as well.
But no, I just
Warthog.
wanted to say that sometimes it's nice to play like a linear A to B, fun, charming game. And Crash
Yeah, I'd
Crash
agree with
Bandicoot's
that. Just
like a
not
good...
Trash Bandicoot. Not that one. Don't do it.
I would rather they were remastering the Spyro trilogy, but
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, that's
same.
a good idea, actually.
Spyro
Yeah, well,
campaign.
what with
Start now.
the Skylanders thing?
Yeah, I
Might
think
be
that's... It's so much less likely because of Skylanders.
But Crash is
Yeah.
in Skylanders as well.
Yeah, well, that was just them being like, "Hey, we've announced
Hey.
this game. Look, we've got Crash for you right now."
hey, I'm gonna go on record. Fuck Skylanders.
Fuck Skylanders.
What a controversial opinion from Connor Cass.
Did you have Josh? You had one left, didn't you?
I had Breath of the Wild, which Connor picked as well.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about that one.
Speaking of open world games, this game is 7 times the size of Skyrim.
Damn.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
What? Damn.
This game is the
Hopefully
biggest
seven
open world
times
game.
less
Seven
than
times
PC.
the price of Skyrim.
Maybe.
Wait, how much is it?
£50.
It initially went up on Amazon for £60.
60, yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But,
Well, I think the reasoning behind it was that, most games have an RRP, like a recommended retail price
Yeah,
of
yeah.
50
Yeah.
quid. So they must have done the recommended retail
Oh.
price of launch games for the Switch for £60.
it was just Zelda. The others were all 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, Breath of the Wild looks great.
It looks amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
as
is.
much as we complain about open world games.
and that's the
That
thing.
does
Like,
look
there's
sick,
been
yeah.
multiple interviews with like Enuma where he said like when we were making this world, we really wanted to make sure that it was like it wasn't exactly what you were saying. There's just empty space everywhere. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
instead of like the massive dungeons that are like staple in Zelda, this has got like lots of little shrines and stuff, which are like mini dungeons in themselves. I think they said there's like 100 of them.
Oh wow!
So there's lots of it just looks so amazing. Like this feels like the Zelda game that so many people have wanted and
Yeah,
waited for,
yeah.
considering it was announced in 2014 or something ridiculous. I think it was 2013, but I think the first time we saw it was 2014.
It's an amazing launch title for a console, really, as well.
Oh
isn't it?
yeah,
Mm.
like
The
that's the
Switch.
thing. Like so many people have went in for the Switch because like, oh, it's got no launch games. People underestimate the power of Zelda and what it is as a unit shifter.
No, I
like,
can't
yeah.
think of any system that's launched with a game as big as that recently.
no.
Do you remember when they announced, what was it? Was it Twilight Princess at
Yeah.
E3 and everyone went fucking insane?
Yeah. And then
That's-
they
that-
like,
God.
Well-
Yeah!
well, that was like the early version of Twilight Princess, and then Twilight Princess didn't come out because Wind Waker came out instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
But
and then
that's-
Twilight Princess came out later.
That's the kind of game it is, though. Like, people are gonna be so like, I haven't really played a Zelda game since Majora's Mask, like, properly.
Right.
No, Wind Waker. Sorry, Wind Waker. But like, it's only because I didn't have a Wii or a DS at the right times. Do you know what I mean? But I would have
yeah.
played them. But like, I played Ocarina of Time, I played Majora's Mask, played Wind Waker, and I fucking love those games. This is making me want to get a Switch, like, kind of. Like, the
It's-
Switch itself makes me want to not get a Switch, but that game, like, it's pulling me. you
It's
know
gonna
what I
be
mean?
painful not being able to play it because I refuse to get it
Yeah,
on Wii
yeah.
U because I've seen like Anima said there's not like much difference between the Wii U build and the Switch build because obviously it was developed for Wii U first and then they moved
Yeah.
the development over. But I mean, he was like, oh, the loading times are different, but like the actual like draw detail of like when you look out into like a canyon in the Wii U,
Yeah.
it kind of looks like kind of blurred in the background, but on the Switch you can literally see every detail of what you're looking forward to. Like,
there was like a comparison video, wasn't it? And the Wii U
Yeah.
one just looked really like kind of drab and dull in comparison.
Why would you do
The
that?
colours were
Just
off.
say it's going to be out on the Wii U as well. Don't tell people it's going to be shit. It's not going to look as pretty.
I think most people's concern with it is that it just isn't going to run as well.
Yeah.
Load times
I mean,
probably will be
prob-
an issue, I guess.
Probably on the handheld part, it probably won't, I guess.
Apparently, it runs really well on the handheld. Some people have said it's
Well,
running
because-
better on the handheld than it is on TV.
Well, that's because when it's on the handheld version, it runs at 720.
Yeah,
So it runs at a lower resolution, so it's probably a bit easier for the system to render it. But
Yeah.
I think people are just worried about the Wii U version, and for good reason. You know, it's
I think they're probably
It's
just
a
doing a
cross-gen
Wii U
game.
version because they kind
Yeah,
of
they
said
just-
that they were going to put it
Yeah.
out on there.
it would be like disingenuous of them to not put it out on the Wii U when it was announced for the Wii
that's
U.
the same thing they did with the GameCube.
Twilight
and-
Princess.
yeah,
Yeah,
Wii and Twilight Princess.
yeah. But yeah, it looks incredible. It's got voice acting, which is the first for a Zelda game
Yeah.
ever.
Mad.
And is probably why a lot of people were worried the European version was going to be delayed, and now we know why. It's because obviously they had to do all the voice acting for every individual European country. Reggie said it might have dual audio, which I'd really prefer because I've watched the English trailer and the Japanese trailer, and not to be weeby, but the Japanese trailer does sound better. There's a scene where Zelda cries, and it's like so melodramatic in the Japanese version, but in the English version it seems like really stilted. And like I don't
Yeah.
know, it just because the trailer's so cinematic, like the Japanese version just makes more sense within the context
Yeah.
of the trailer. The music's amazing as well. Like that's like one of the things that's run through all the three of the games I picked is just like the music's incredible. The composer, I'm not going to try and pronounce her name because I'm going to butcher it horribly, but like I looked into her like history of composing, and she's done like a few tracks for Spirit Tracks, which was one of the 3DS Zelda games, and like a few Animal Crossing tracks, and that's like literally it. But like the Breath of the Wild is just like so ridiculously like the score is so ridiculously like bombastic and like
That's
it
a
just
big
sounds-
step
just-
up then, is that
yeah.
what you're saying?
yeah, it sounds like it doesn't sound like it's the same person. It's like, oh my god, like where did
It's
this
crazy.
come from? But yeah, I'm very excited for that game.
Well, I haven't played Zelda in a long time, but I
I
want to play. I'm going to have
haven't-
to find someone with a Switch and do it that way because I'm not paying
Oh, my
for
sister's
it.
getting one apparently, so
Oh,
guess
for
it's
real?
gonna be playing it when she's not around, which is a lot of the time.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
about
Joe,
Horizon
did you have
Zero
one more?
Dawn?
I did have one more. Yes,
What was it? Do you remember?
Prey.
Prey.
Oh, Prey. Yeah. This,
Oh,
this
no, you
game
kind of
looks good.
spoke about that. I
Not
get the
enough.
gist of
I
that.
think.
We
Aliens.
talked.
I
We
stopped
mostly
myself.
talked about the.
Steampunk.
We mostly talked about the
It's not
aborted
steampunk. Fuck
sequel.
you.
To be fair, steampunk.
No,
Fucking hate
Rich
steampunk.
interjected and said that the original like trailer for like Prey 2 was
Looked really good.
not steampunk, cyberpunk.
Yeah, see, why did you say steampunk? Because you both said it before, and I was like,
No, we didn't.
steampunk?
You
What the
did.
hell?
Cyberpunk.
They said cyberpunk.
Yeah.
You're,
alright,
just,
well,
you're just injecting
It's
your
such a
own
meandering
hatred for
argument, like-
steampunk in here.
Fair
I'm gonna
play,
go on
though.
record.
Fuck
Fuck steampunk.
Fuck
Yeah,
steampunk. I hate
Way.
steampunk.
Alright,
No.
yeah.
Prey is being made by the guys who made Dishonored.
Okay.
Oh,
and it
yeah, that
is
game
set
that I
on a
still
space
need to play.
station. And there are some organisms that are attacking it, basically, and you've got to
Dead
stop
Space.
them. Yeah, it's kind of like Dead Space in a sense, but
Yeah.
it's a bit more sciencey. You have
Okay.
like crazy abilities. Think of Dead Space meets
Dishonored.
Bioshock.
Oh, okay.
You can turn into a cup.
A cup.
Yes, there
I
is
look at
a
the cup.
trailer where the player possesses a mug
Oh my
and
god.
uses it to like get through a tiny hole.
Yep, give me this game now.
It
I want to turn
looks-
into a cup.
It looks so much fun because you can just do so many crazy things. It looks like Bioshock, but if it wasn't kind of dull.
Trashy.
And
yeah.
and that sounds really mean because I know so many people like Bioshock, but it's doing so much more with the kind of you're trapped in a secluded area and it's going a bit berserk. It just looks really interesting from a gameplay perspective, which is why I'm looking forward to it. And most of the games I look forward to are probably from more of a emotional story standpoint. So I'm excited to play something that is going to be a bit more interesting from a gameplay perspective.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's all I have to say about that game. Really, it just looks really neat.
All right. Well, another one that looks kind of neat: Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
Like, I like people. I obviously like I've not been paying attention. I've been doing other stuff like a while back. When it was talked about before, I was kind of like, "Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn, what's that? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to check it out." It's fucking it's like nature, but with robots and shit. Like I was blown
Yeah,
away.
literally.
Like as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh shit!"
There's fucking mecha
Like,
dinosaurs in it, mate.
yeah,
There's
like
fucking
I
mecha
hate
dinosaurs.
robots and space and science. Fuck all that shit.
Hey, man.
But
I only
when
like
it's
anything
like,
likes fantasy.
but yeah, but when it's set in like yeah, I do. But like when it's set in like that kind of prehistoric kind of like tribes and dinosaurs and shit, like I think that's
It looks to
you know,
be, at
unique,
least visually, I think like the fusion of like slightly prehistoric aesthetic and sort of like sci-fi shooter aesthetic kind of thing is going to make it a very distinctive game, at least visually. I'm not sure whether it will be that distinctive gameplay wise.
Well, did you see that thing where it's like you had to climb up to the fucking top of the giraffe thing and then stab it in the head and shit?
I did not. That looks
Okay, well, there was
well it
something like
sounds
that,
sick,
yeah. Yeah, stabbing giraffes in the head does not sound sick, but you know what I mean. Like it was like a stealth thing. You had to follow it for a while and then climb all the way up it and then like hack it kind of thing. It was I think it looks definitely unique. So
I think it looks dope. I seem to remember one where they were flying like a robot pterodactyl.
yeah,
Which is
yeah,
always
yeah.
cool. Robot pterodactyls are fucking great.
They released like a kind of like a story like ish aspect to it in a different trailer. So like there was these people, this tribe, and they were saying these other people are trying to ruin the peace and shit. Like they're coming over and doing some weird stuff, and we're gonna And I was like, I want to hear more of this, but I'm not like gearing up for the best story of the year. You know what I mean?
I think that's the thing is an open world game again.
Yeah.
But like I've never played an open world game. Not even Skyrim.
Skyrim is. It's mad that people are still
Probably
playing
better.
that.
It's mad that there's a port for Switch and everyone's excited, but not excited, but
It's because
people
there's
are
no
really excited
Skyrim.
to get excited about
There's
it.
Skyrim.
Yeah,
The thing
Skyrim's
about
pretty big deal.
Skyrim is it just has this sort of I don't know what it's very well marketed, so people fucking love it. I don't
It
know
just
why.
looks
People
really
still wear
boring to
Skyrim
me.
t-shirts.
I think it came around at such a time when everyone was obsessed with Game of Thrones, so
Yeah, that's true.
I can see the correlation there. Yeah.
Was it though? Because I didn't watch Game of Thrones for ages, and obviously my
it was
perspective of it
actually
is the view
before
of
Game
everyone.
of Thrones initially, but everyone was getting
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
into fantasy.
Well,
at
yeah,
that
there was
time.
that sort of big fantasy boom, wasn't there? Yeah.
I don't know, but like, cause obviously I played Oblivion before, and that was great, but it had like some things that weren't so great, like some just mad glitches and stuff, and I was like, okay, well, so that kind of made it, and but then I was like, okay, it'd be good to do another game like that. Let's go Skyrim, but Skyrim was really fun, but then it kind of got to a point where it was just grey and bland. Like after you play it a little bit too much. Do you know what I mean?
that's my problem with it. It looks really bland and like colourless to me.
I quite
Yeah.
enjoyed the open world though. I quite enjoyed just wandering across,
Yeah, I did.
just wandering around in it because I don't know why it had a certain. I can't really put my finger on it, but it had a nice atmosphere. That was the thing. It just had a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
As long as you don't factor in the combat.
Oh mate, combat was fucking trash.
The combat was awful in that, and the animations. It was cool with mods though. I remember I was around a friend's house, and they had all the spiders like Spider-Man, were like molded into the shape of the
Sick.
spiders. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and they've included mods for the remastered thing for PS4 as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
which
still
is
not.
crazy. You can get
I'm
mods
still
for
not
PS4.
going to buy it.
No, same. I think I'm done with Skyrim at this point.
Yeah,
I've started so many new games on it, and I don't need to do it anymore. Is that it? Have we run out of games?
Have we run
Think
out
we
of
may have.
games?
That is every game coming out in 2017. Yes.
That's all you need to look forward to, confirmed
10 of them.
by up the monitors.
Confirmed.
That was
Just-
dope.
Crash Bandicoot and nothing
No,
else.
no, come on, get out of here.
Boycott Crash Bandicoot.
I really don't want it. Well, the thing is, it's not going to affect me if it comes out. I just think it's a bad idea and pointless.
I'd
and-
I
quite
think
like
it will
go
make
for it.
money,
Go for it
so it's
again.
probably a good idea.
Yeah, but it's,
Ooh, Connor,
yeah,
arch
well.
capitalist.
I don't
Ooh.
think 2017 needs a Neo Cortex. That's what I've got to say.
Damn. Well, Crash was never the one for me. It was always like Banjo-Kazooie, Mario, and stuff around that time. So
Should
I'm
we
not really
should we talk
about it.
about dream games or is that?
No.
No.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though. Death Stranding. That's not coming out for ages, but I want that really bad.
Yeah, I'm interested to see it. Has there been any like confirmations about gameplay or what actually going to do in the game? Yeah,
I've got bad
It's got
news,
all
guys.
Kojima's friends in it.
It's open world.
No!
Nah, come
Time
on,
for some
mate.
fucking. Time for a really empty open world with some dead whales and naked guy.
I'm
Aw.
excited for Dead Whales.
What?
Wow,
come on,
Nathan.
No, but it looks like the whole sort of like post-apocalyptic thing. That's what I mean. I'm being.
I'm
facetious.
interested to see from what I saw from the couple of screenshots I've seen of it. It looks to be probably quite a bit psychedelic, a bit like
Yeah.
be pretty
Like-
fucking weird.
We didn't get PT, so we get this.
It seems like
Thank
Kojima's
you.
just making the game that he was just given money and like make a game, guys.
That's what needs
make
to
whatever
happen
game
for
you want.
Kojima.
Yeah,
You just make the game, and we'll trust in your vision.
That's the thing. I'm still really annoyed about Metal Gear Solid 5 because it could have just been such a bigger game. I felt like he
Yeah.
got cut off halfway through, or he lost enthusiasm or something because of interference. That game could have been fucking game of the year all years, ever.
But I think Death Stranding is going to be that game that is going to.
I hope so.
No, you know what though? Because it might be too much hype. It might be No Man's Sky syndrome.
I don't think anything is ever going to be as much of a letdown as No Man's Sky. Like I
I
can't
enjoy No
believe
Man's
that.
Sky.
I still don't know why that game's disappointing to people. Like
Because-
I hear
because
people being like,
it
people
was
are like,
billed
oh,
as-
I want to shoot other people. I want to play Call of Duty
was-
in space.
It was
Go
billed
buy
as
Infinite
like
Warfare, you fucks.
it was billed as a game where you could fucking fly around and there were infinite planets and there were all these individual planets and this and that. I remember discussing it with quite a lot of people and that was what quite a lot of people wanted from it. I knew quite a few people
Yeah.
who bought a PS4 or well, I don't think anyone bought an Xbox One for it because no one buys Xboxes ones, but
It's not on Xbox.
fucking
Yeah.
is it not? Oh right, okay. Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing. A lot of people bought consoles for it, and it from what I remember the marketing around it, or I remember the hype around it at least. And it was like it's going to be this infinite universe, and it's going to be fucking crazy. But I guess if you really want that, you can just play X or the X3 or whatever the new one is.
Well, the thing is, like, people were like, "Oh, every planet's going to be unique and this and that." That's what you get with an A to B, directed game. Like,
Yeah.
from a programming point of view, you can't do that infinite
I s-
universe
it
thing
was-
and make them all unique.
There
They're
was a
all going to
good.
be copies,
It
and
was
you
it
know,
was always billed as like a randomly generated kind of like
yeah,
massive amount of
There was
planets.
there was a good article on Waypoint about how if you just play it blind, if you play it without the hype, it's fun because you can just zoom through space and like look
Yeah.
at planets and shit.
But that's what I
For
wanted,
ages.
just to travel to planets in space.
that's
Cool.
yeah, exactly. That was the same. That's what I wanted, and that's what I got. So
I don't care about
some
shooting
people
things.
are idiots.
Is it the thing is it worth 40 quid? Is it worth full price?
Oh no,
Well,
I
it's-
don't think so.
It's worth like 20 quid now, so
Oh, is it?
Like you only get like £8 for it at exchange.
Yeah,
now,
actually.
so no, it's something ridiculous. 'Cause everyone
Insider
chucked
knowledge
it in.
right here.
Yeah. Well, don't tell everyone. Edit that part out. I don't want people to come to my work now.
That's
All these
right.
people that are going to
I
be
will.
listening. Don't do it. Alright, so that's the end of our first podcast. First ever UTM podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We will be back again next month to discuss more music and video games. Yeah, that's hopefully it was enjoyable. You can find me, Nathan, on Twitter at PeakForThem. Don't really tweet a lot, but when I do, it's really sad. So hopefully you can relate to that. Josh, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at the Popisieur. It's a very fancy name.
I don't think people are gonna spell that properly.
It's like connoisseur, except take out the con part and put pop.
There you go.
Idiots. I'm sorry. I've just insulted our entire audience.
Conman, what about you?
you can find me on the boringly handled at Conacas on Twitter. I do not tweet, and leave me alone.
Rich, where will people find your
My
beautiful insights
Twitter.
into the world?
Not on Twitter because I don't really use it. But yeah, RichardLow15 on Twitter. That's about it.
Alternately, at our safe man, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a more active account, but I don't actually, use it or update it. I don't really have anything to do with that Twitter account. It's actually, defamation. I'm going to sue you people for fucking defamation.
You can
Libel.
go to at Up the Monitors as well. Follow us there. We might be doing some stuff soon, aside from podcasts, maybe some written stuff. You can find us
Maybe.
at upthemonitors.net as well. Please look forward to it. All right. Yeah, that's a wrap. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
wow. Oh wait, Nate, you never talked about Final Fantasy 14.
I don't want to because I'm gonna get bullied. If I talk about that, then look, I'm not getting over that. That's gonna be a thing that I'm gonna be bullied for a long time. But you know what? Like, for real, just none of you care. It's fine. Just don't worry about it.